patch as well. And perhaps we'll see that Waylay fade out, as indeed no Waylay here. But the West Side Phoenix, this was definitely drawing our eye when it came to the game last week. And no surprise, he's locked it in here, already locking in the first headshot as well. Something West Side thrives at. GX finding themselves a man to the good as the spike's going down on C.
Yeah, they've really struggled on the defensive side of this map, but their attack was sublime. So this first half is going to be interesting to see if they're able to fix their issues. Valorant, well, he had a bit of a troublesome week last week. It doesn't look like it's getting any better. Cooper under pressure. But he will be able to fall back to his teammate. That ex-duo of Liquid Academy looking to try and hold the line. It's all onto Ninja. He will not be able to do so.
An important win for GX on this map as well, with Pearl up next. Got 13-3 last week. Have to change their comp most likely, with it being Ara on the Waylay. He was 1-8 first kills. Had a really tough game. Nice opening here from Seven. Again, him on the duelist, opening up a lot of space. And the B-side plant already coming through. Got to be cautious to the flank, but that's exactly what Ninja's doing, locking that down with a deeper play from Valorant. Losing CNED, not ideal, but of course, Seven is here to pull back every advantage that they'll give them. This is a stellar round already, sticking around for more, and Seven with 4 on the tally. Only Ara left to fall, a judge in hand. And not too many examples of where that judge could be used favorably. Seven's low, so maybe that's your prime target, but the ace just 1 kill away. And Ara's almost teasing them with it. Oh, it's so close. The shots don't land yet, but in the end, it seemed to
already having that run it back online, and in a fairly aggressive position. There you go. Straight down mid he goes, and well, it's actually Ara to take the initial fight, and this was how they sort of adapted to GX when playing that attack, was you just slow down. You let them come to you, and I'm hoping that GX have worked on having a little bit more in the tank. This retake setup seems to be the goal, but they are losing those fights again, though. West Side springing to life. He's given a small chance to Cloud. Well, maybe a chance of the 1v1, but he's not looking the right way.
Gamble once again, cover their bases, make sure that the defensive line hasn't been broken, and now rotate to A, where they already find their opening pick. The problem being that the rest of Pacific are towards this C site, and Flickless has got the bandit. It's not like he's helpless in that fight, but he makes the wise choice to wait for backup.
Try and get back in as a squad, but it's only really Cloud that has anything to play with. The few pistols that can be put in as well. Shock darts might make things a little bit more difficult for Seven in the backline. In fact, nice. It's semi-been checked, but the trades have worked. Even still, though, Seven comes alive again already. Maybe on for his second ace of the game.
No way.
There's only been 4 rounds so far, a 5th in this one. It could be 2 aces in 5 rounds if he can manage to take it home. He's in the right place at the right time, and already! What is going on? This time, though, GX have been a little bit more patient. I'd still like to see the operator come in. I think that will help quite a bit with this. Grabinho, he's not going to survive, but the trades are good.
Spike down mid.
Leaves them in an advantage. A chance to equalize with Ninja and Valorant, the last 2. But the bigger problem is they don't have the spike or any space. And, well, Ninja has found information, but at the cost of, well, almost his life.
Last player standing.
Yeah, now becoming an impossible task with the last man dropped in.
CNED's operator can become that little bit more deadly. Just watching that flank, patiently waiting for anybody to attempt around that corner. It needs to be a pacey swing from Ara if he's going to get past. And, well, he does, but there's a second layer to it. Seven keeping them in an advantageous position. Now Westside goes through with the ult, but he's not able to connect the shots. He needs someone to attempt to trade, and it's a little bit further behind. Even still, they're making this work. Time ticking. Ninja, the only one remaining. He gets back into the smoke, but it fades. And Cloud with 3 will now give GX back the lead.
Yeah, needed an extra second on that smoke, and he would have been. Drones going into Garage. This is all a ruse to take late C.
Counter paranoia. 3 players were already here, and it leaves it onto Flickless. He's been good so far. Hunter's Fury through, and once again, Flickless holding his ground, but it's more on Westside. Joined a little bit later, still fighting on the site, and this Phoenix ever so fierce. It leaves CNED alone. No operator in hand anymore, and of course the defense, they'll be waiting for Ara.
Oh, there's his get out of jail free card now. He's going to sustain those fights. The stun is perfect, and he nearly gets away with it.
Nice.
Presence on C. The mid pushes the adaptation from GX, but left all alone is Cloud, and now he's surrounded. Not so easy to get out scot-free. A price to be paid, and the paranoia should lock that in. Pacific trade out the early fight, and we'll get a plant now.
And they'll run it back this time, but they do have the overdrive.
Nice.
Pit makes sense. Gonna make it tougher to get out. What's saying that? Ara's just gone. Rifle retrieved. One's been killed out by the flames as well, so that's at least gonna make things a little bit easier. Almost a frag. A swing around from Grabinho, but that was the low player. They still are yet to find the Viper of Valorant lurking in the darkness. But the problem is that spike positioning. They now need to swing out of the pit. They need to go looking to try and deny. And the second they are, they're just waiting on the other side. It was enough.
Last week, the walk up here from CNED's being watched. He's going to go straight into that crosshair, but he fires a shot into Ara. Returning to the site, this time with a 5 versus 3, and no pit, but it looks like it's already a guaranteed win. Applied to this side of the map instead results in the rotate going in with deep control for Ara. Early rotation through the spawn, but it's all on Ara. How much can he get here? A favored situation. It looks to get even better, but hold on. Valorant in 7. They pulled this back. Pacific somehow are now in the lead. Flickless on 11s, walking into Valorant and winning the fight. Okay, neck and neck again.
Well, the way we've got here isn't pretty. I don't like it, but we are in a 3v3. The man they're walking into is Westside. Not really going to play a part here. It's all going to be about those headshots. So the first one's clean, but doesn't manage anything more. His two teammates on the other side of the map, and well, even after the last fight, Flickless is still on 11 HP.
Well, Ninja's not looking any healthier. I mean, we've got about as even a fight as you can imagine. Early info for GX, cleared out Garrett's window, look towards site now where both players sit, the headshot delivered, and the man with 11 HP! In that space, that almost works as an early rotate though. Cloud's much closer by, but with an op. Oh, he's gonna want to get there before the push comes in, buying time, doesn't seem to work out, but then Flickless steps up to the plate, Cage to play around, finds another, and eventually he will fall, but he's done more than his fair share. Still some slack to be picked up. And a 2 versus 2. Nice work by Ara. Coming in from heaven just in time. And Cloud's following up. Now they'll double swing. 7 manages to isolate one. Dodges the shots and slides in for a little action. Neon on Neon. Wide goes Ara. And punch. And through. Now it's time for Pacific to close the distance. But they haven't accounted for Flickless. Up close. Already taking one. Leaving another on a sliver of health. And it looks like nothing but a sea of success for GX. CNED, 10 health and a dream, but a dream soon to come to an end. Great work by GX, and with this, no reason whatsoever. I'd like to see how things are working inside GX. That's what I've been wondering all game, but you know what? It's time to take a listen.
I'm stand 140. Hey, walk, come. Walk garage.
They left mid, I think.
You're gonna walk garage. I'm gonna walk garage, Cloud. You can do.
Of course. This trap was behind the box now. Fuck. Omen, backside.
Go towards side, go towards side, you.
They're giving up C, by the way.
Yeah, he's city. He's top city.
3, 2, 1.
It's just like me, for real.
Can't believe he was behind the box. Nice job by Cupert. There's Flickless down, and Grabinho, last man standing. If he makes this happen, we end the game, end the series here and now. Nice paranoia, but he'll be put to bed. Oh.
Rasa, you've got the ability to steal TP out. I'm expecting damage from him here.
Yeah, a 7, duelist Neon after the attack side, after losing 8-4. Phenomenal work from him. But how deep does the bench go on Pacific? And right now, well, the bench narrowing out a little bit. Only room for 4 left, but in comes 7, now on site ready to defend this. Ninja has timing to walk through that smoke, but Westside was watching it. It all falls into the hands of 7 yet again. This time, only 2. More than their share, certainly. So much more to be done. Damage onto Westside, but a wall's going to give him a little bit more health to play with, and the flash might mean it just doesn't matter.
Cover going out. Oh, they know where they are as well. So he's going to actually wrap back through heaven.
Nasty.
Still has a flash available as well, so jumping out might be a bit of a risk, but never mind. Westside with his third of the round. You got to give it to the guy standing up. You don't give it to the guy sitting down.
11-5. The Pacific feels like, although we talked about GX as the sleeping giants, it's Pacific who haven't woken up today, but 7 wide awake, taking the first. It's Westside down, the big danger, but now more threats pop up. A shot missed. Oh no! Oh, needed for Pacific more than double their current stance, far more than double their current
7
streak.
in a row. 7 aces, you mean, right?
They've just been bullied. There's no need for you to join in.
Okay.
Westside and Ara, okay. Traded out. CNET. He's heard the criticism. He saw the replay and he said, not again. Not like that. The prince is back, baby. Where's his throne? Half the rounds have come from 4 or 5Ks.
Now we only
let's
need
move on.
6-7.
You know, chat's going wild now. You know what you've done. You know what you've done.
He's truly back. He's back. It's 2021 again. Ah, no, it's not. We're back in 2026. Cupid has managed to trade things back into an advantage. Hunter's Fury through. They're kind of boxed in, but I felt like he was closer to hitting his teammates there than hitting anyone else. But maybe a missed call, maybe a little bit of a worry that somebody has managed to slip the net. Ninja still has the drone. It's going to be broken. Paranoia immediately in, and Cloud tries to cover. It should be a clearance. Grubinio does well. And now left to, well, the man of the moment, but not this time.
Get a 3K spray down and end the game, thank God. And Pacific, they get another bite of the cherry. It's 7 down early. Great flash. But this is something we've seen so many times, even last week from GX. The Phoenix flash in the same position being used.
That's the first
and
time
Pacific
they've done that.
completely caught off guard by it. That's not a good sign.
I think we have I think our observers done a great job of cutting to that flash almost every time he's done it. So even if they watch the VOD, they will have seen that flash at all. So it's not a problem. Ninja, great position. Should be at least 1 and 2. And Grubinio's low. You know, if anything, it's an advantage. Alorante, at least he's traded evenly.
Yeah, it was clean as well, Tom. It was so clean. That's the important part.
Yeah, really clean.
So just precision off the charts. And now backside, CNED isolated from Cupid. Looks like Cupid's going to make his way through Garage to meet up, but CNED's already backed up, given the space, great awareness, and a good play in the 2.
If anyone needs a translator from English to English, I got you. Don't worry. I'm here to help.
Oh, here we go. Deep play by 7, and Cloud just clarts him. Unbelievable. Cupid stuck inside the window will be slid on by Ara. This is chaos. I've seen death matches with more of a defensive and offensive line, more structure than what I'm witnessing here, and don't slow it down. For God's sake.
He hit the shot.
What's
going on?
What is he doing?
No, they forgot about Westside's ult. He went back into the corner, and there was nobody covering the ult anymore.
He didn't move.
Oh, no.
Wasn't he out of ult for like a second there and just staring at a wall?
I guess either he assumed he was dead or Ara is looking the other way, but his teammate's a little bit further away. There's still a chance to fight this. CNED's going to get the kill through the smoke. Somehow this is a 1v1. If I had hair, it would be falling out, but you never know. Greatest clutch of all time. Grubinio on the other side. Time has been ticking. CNED needs to move. He spotted him, but Grubinio's going to